Hi, second grade. It is Miss Keeley once again. So your projects should be looking something like this right now. You have your panda all set up. It is outlined. It's looking good. It is ready to go for the next step. Um, for your next step, you can choose kind of what materials you have at home. I'm choosing watercolor paint because I happen to have some at home. Um, if you have some, go for it. If you have regular crayons, color pencils, markers, anything that works for you, you can use it. Okay. So, if we take a second though and remember that the whole focus of this project was trying to make our panda bears symmetrical, we are successful so far. If I look at this line of symmetry that's cutting right through the middle, it is the same on both sides, okay? So again, remember, same on both sides means symmetrical. Today, when you're painting, I am going to give you the choice. You can either paint your panda bear so it's symmetrical, same colors on both sides, or you can make it be asymmetrical so that your paint is not the same on both sides of your panda bear. Okay, so when I'm doing mine, I'm going to do a little bit of both. So I'm going to press play here and just getting my station all kind of, you can see I like to test out a lot of colors before I actually paint with them. So I'm going to start with the ears purple, and again, you guys have painted a lot this year, so just try to remember if you are painting to kind of go slow, try to stay inside your lines. The nice thing about the crayon was it's kind of like oil pastel, so the paint just kind of slides right off the paint or the crayons. And so far my bear is still symmetrical. It's same on both sides because of the purple, okay? But as I start to paint it, I'm going to have it become less and less symmetrical, more asymmetrical. So, whoa, that really sped up. Whoa, I'm gonna go back. Sorry, my mouse got out of control. So when I was painting it, I wanted mine to kind of be super colorful. If you know what tie-dye is, I wanted mine to kind of be a little bit like tie-dye. So I was trying to have my colors blend together. So whenever I'm trying to blend colors together, I always think about doing it in the order of the rainbow, because if you paint something or color something to blend together and you go in the order of the rainbow, it automatically blends nicely together. So I started with red. I put a little bit of red down. I had it blend into the orange. And now you can see I took some yellow and I'm kind of blending it into the orange and kind of expanding it. That is something that if you want to do, awesome, go for it. And you don't necessarily need to go in the order of the rainbow. Oh, excuse me. But think about when we did that color mixing monster, when we helped the color monster, we got to mix all those colors. Certain colors don't really mix well next to each other. So if you put two colors that maybe are going to blend together a little bit, it might make a dark brown or a dark brownish green color. So you want to be careful to try to avoid that, because we are trying to make this like a really bright and colorful project. Okay. And so I'm going to start to kind of fast forward it a little bit. Hopefully my computer doesn't go out of control like it just did. And so now I'm going to blend some green in, leave some room, blend some blue in. And then down on the bottom one, I wanted it to really look like tie-dye. And if you've ever seen tie-dye, it kind of has these kind of blending kind of bursts, almost like spirals of color. So I started with some yellow and I did almost like a big starburst of color. It kind of like exploded out, almost like a flower. And then I'm slowly going to keep adding a color around this kind of burst. And you can see I'm kind of pulling my paintbrush kind of in an outward motion. And I'm slowly going to be kind of blending my colors together. So then I add a little bit of blue-green. I add some regular blue eventually. There we go. Being careful not to go outside your lines. And then I could have kept going with the whole thing, but I eventually add another little kind of starburst area. So I start with yellow again. This time I go with orange and it's kind of exploding outward. Then I go to some pink and I'm kind of trying to let it expand into both areas, but not trying to mix it too much with this area, just trying to fill in the white around it. And then I pick a color that I know is going to work well with both areas. So I pick kind of like a magenta purple color to fill in the rest. And you can see that it's not symmetrical anymore. My painting is not symmetrical anymore, which is totally fine because I said you can have the option to paint it symmetrical or asymmetrical. And then I am going to keep my legs, my arms and legs symmetrical. So I'm painting it a red-orange on both sides and then a blue-green on the bottom. Okay, and then my nose, I think I do a pink. You can have the option if you paint your eyes. I like to keep mine white. If you added anything else like a bow or any other details to your panda bear, you can obviously go in and paint them and color them however you want. So again, maybe you were using paint, maybe you were using crayon, maybe you're using color pencil, marker, whatever works for you. You were just trying to color and make it as cool as we want, okay? We are not going to worry about a background or anything because this took us kind of 3 weeks. It was already enough, so we're just going to leave it white. If you do want to add a background, that can be your own choice, okay? Because this is the last step of our project, I will need you to send me a picture either to my email or if you are able to post it on that Google Classroom. And I'm very, very excited to see how they came out. I'm excited to see how you guys were able to take this project and kind of make it different, make it your own. And yeah, so I hope you guys had fun with this. I will chat with you next week when we start something brand new. And I miss you guys all, and I hope that you have a good weekend or week whenever you're watching this video. All right, bye.